Hi, it's Rosie from RoseByNameCo. Thanks for coming by. I have a new journal here to show you today that I've posted to my Etsy shop, and this one is a Gothic journal. It does have a little mini that I will show you later on that goes with it. And this one is called Circle of Seven, and it's about a young witch named Amara. And this journal is a 9 by 6 inch journal. It has quite a thick spine. It is 2.75, like almost 3 inches spine. It is covered in burlap and lace and actually quite a few ribbons over here. And it has a key, just, because you like to unlock things and so on. So included is a key here and Tim Holtz hardware, and some cheesecloth where I put the title. It is quite thick, as you can see here, filled with inserts and so on. Over here I do have beads for a tassel. It's quite like a whole necklace, but it reminded me of the moons and different planets. Over here is a flower, just goes on the top over here, and in the colors and so on with the journal. So the closure is muslin, and I did sew on it so that the muslin holds this beautiful black lace together, and it's not too fragile. And in the back you can see this beautiful burlap covered in lace, and then more different laces over here, a little bit of purple because Amara likes purple, and the different vintage laces over here, and inside as well a little bit more of the black, or lace on the top here and muslin. And then a photo, the picture is from one of Mrs. Cogg's ladies that I got. And let's go inside and see what this is all about. So this journal is about a young witch, as I mentioned, named Amara. And this is not a book of shadows per se. This is really just a journal about her life and the things that she liked to collect, and that she enjoyed seeing or having and so on. So we do have quite a bit of laces and different fabrics throughout the journal, and lots of charms and beads and so on. And to start with, we do have double hinged page, and lots of things are in it. So the story is about a coven of witches. They are called the Circle of Seven, as here. And what happened was Amara received an invitation. This is an original vintage invitation from a high school class of 1929. And they're having their first annual reunion. So the coven is taking advantage of inviting everybody to come along, and so that they can also form their circle again, which they haven't in a while. So Amara is thinking about going. We don't know yet whether she will or not, but we will see what her life is all about right now. So here on the first page we have this beautiful vintage patterny kind of background, and a little map where she will use to get to where she's going. This is Washington, and she is located in Washington right now. So she lives in Washington. This is her little charm, so to speak, that she uses as a sign of her witch and status. I don't know. And this one is another one, just a tag that you can write on the back, but she will also use this in some way. And here we have some collaging, and we also have this little one, this tag here that I made, and I made the actual digital image as well from the Graphics Fairy series of images. And here we have a little bit of a kind of botanical background because she loves, she's a botanist and by trade, and she has learned it from her grandmother, and she has continued that trade. And here's a tag with a little snail on it. As far as little critters, she loves little critters. So there's quite a bit of that. Here's one of those wreaths that my mom makes, and I just gave it to Amara. Amara, she will use it for something. So this is another picture of Amara, and she's one of the witches in the circle of 7. And here, this beautiful butterfly. So this will open up, and then here is Amara as a young baby. It's just so cute. I thought that actually she quite resembles the Amara now with their expressions, just very similar. And this is a beautiful, authentic postcard that I got from one of the antique shops. And then here is her mother. This is a picture that she keeps of her mother, and this is a negative of maybe some other relatives that she had. I just thought it was kind of cute to see that her mother is wearing this lovely little hat that maybe reminds me of a witch hat. So I don't know if her mother was also in the coven initially. But just something to look at. It in the back, you can journal. Then here we have collaging with the different ribbons and fabrics and so on. And a little bit of a digital stamp there. And then a little notebook over here with a little witch on top. And these are some of the symbols in the Gothic and the witchcraft, and as well this beautiful fabric here. Back here we have a pocket and a bit of a botanical collaging here, and as well one of the symbols here as well. And just a couple of tags with more botanicals and quite a bit of collaging on here with a little bit of information, because Amara likes to keep a lot of these things about herbs and things so that she can refer to it and write down her notes here on this journal page. And over here, this beautiful little beads that I put together, and then this beautiful fabric that was from a sari scarf, and in the colors and so on that she loves. So she collects the different things. This one says here wildflowers, and I've sewn on it, and a little bit of the pentagram that I put together of branches and took a photo of. This is on tracing paper. And rhubarb crisp, this is an authentic a recipe that someone wrote up and that I just put in here. So because she keeps a lot of these things like recipes and how-tos and so on. A little bit of collaging on the back here. A little bit more of a sign, and this tree here collage with ribbon and so on. And a little bit of information. She keeps some articles about, this is the discovery of witches. So I printed this from the New York Public Library. And over here is an envelope, and inside she might keep some things, maybe a bill that she got from somewhere, and a picture of a raven. And this one actually opens up in the back, and you get some numbers and so on. So these are all journaling cards. And this one is another article that she kept on witchcraft and some information that she might be needing or so on. And this is a beautiful, beautiful page, just one of those silky feel pages from a book of poems. And on it I did sew on this flower. And then here is a pull-out page. It actually pulls out a couple of times and shows something about back in the Egyptian days with the growing of trees, and since witches are into communing with nature and with trees, so I included a lot of that. And then some of my painting and a little bit more of the symbols here. And then in the back also something with different things that she might like and enjoy to look at. Now over here in the middle, we are in the middle of the first signature, and I do have fabric in each one at the middle, at the center. And this one is a beautiful one with stitching. I didn't do the stitching, it was already there. But I did coffee stain it was very bright white, so I coffee stained it, and I put a little bit of cheesecloth here. And here I printed these from Amy Joy Studios, these beautiful collages that I printed on vellum paper. And in the middle we have a little bit more in color beads, and just so, because everything is mostly pretty dark and so on. So these are pockets as well, and inside we have some different things. This one is a picture of her house. I just thought this looked very mysterious, and I printed that one out. You can write in the back. And then I do have some authentic negatives, and you know, if you look at towards the light, maybe you discover something, and so she kept it for some reason. And then an article from a book about some different Venus and the sun and so on, some different things that you can, you know, you might actually want to read it or just look at it. Doesn't really matter. And then in this pocket, well, first of all, we do have this pentagram on it, and of course I had to have that. And here's a beautiful little envelope. It is from cotton fabric that I stained in coffee, and then a little bit of a picture on it that was from like a tarot card. And then if you open it up, inside we have, let me see, I can get it out. There we go. Just some different items like for journaling cards, as far as journaling. So this is a little bit of an index card, and then this journal card is has some collaging on it. It's very pretty, actually, very a little bit unique and so on. So collaging, of course, I love to do anything with collaging. And then this one with a fly on it, and a little bit of lines in the back, and just some different things that might interest her, or that she finds unique and creepy or spooky, maybe, because I like those things myself. So the back of that beautiful fabric. And then this one, this pull-out is this beautiful tree over here, and it has some, looks like maybe cemetery scene, I'm not sure. And but over here we do have collaging, this beautiful collaging with fabric and some lace, and another tree here with skeleton, and then grown with leaves. And over here it says wonder, and then a beautiful spot here for journaling. And in the back too, it has something a little bit mysterious. And then a little pocket here with some different papers. So I have the tracing paper, a little bit of calendar paper, and a little flower. So you can use these and paste them wherever else you might want to put them. So I included a lot of this things that you can actually relocate and put somewhere else as well. A lot of these items. So this is the beautiful poem book paper, and then I added a snippet on it that has the 4 elements: earth, air, water, and fire. So I have another envelope here, and inside I just put some things together that you can look through. And this picture was actually from a kid's sticker book, but it has some very good vintage illustrations on it. So this one of a ram, and in the back as well, and this beautiful black rose, and on the back is writing, and then this beautiful blue colored index card. So I just left one blank page here and there, because you do need some extra space, white space as well, because everything is pretty much covered otherwise. So this is another little article about witches. And then here I did actual stamping of leaves, actual leaves on here, and then just put a little bit of ledger paper. And inside this see-through pocket here, which also says Circle of 7, Amara, on it, just in case you forget where you're at. So this one again is, you know, little different bits that you could actually glue somewhere else. So there's quite a bit of all of this that you can use somewhere else. Now I love to just make collages out of little bits like this, so I keep a lot of things and use it every which way that I can. There we go. Okay, and some more ledger paper. And then over here another sign and a collaged pocket and graph paper with this beautiful flower on it. And I do usually put some kind of tactile or something on here. This one has thread on it. And a little bit of an article that she pulled out from a paper, something a little bit mysterious. And then this is from my own DigiKit on purple, that she loves purple anyhow, so you can write on the back of that. These are all printed on butter paper. It's very soft and crinkly, so that it's easy to keep in the book. And more of this beautiful fabric with some more symbols. And always a little bit of ribbons on top or bottom. This has a digital stamp. And this one, this flip out page or double hand page, of course it has this beautiful ribbon collage, and then some papers in it to write on, like this receipt. And then this is from, that I mentioned, my own DigiKit of, it's just some kind of, not per se witchcraft, but you know, Halloween images and so on. But I like to mix it up with a little bit of color and a little bit of flowers. And so over here we have a little notebook. And over here, as we pull out, we have a booklet. Everything is collaged, lots of sewing. And then collage in the back as well. Inside you can write. And then this one, actually probably on this side, more of the collaging, and then the back is this beautiful print. So, and then over here as well, one of my own digi images that I printed, and then I put little things on it like spell or different words that go with Gothic or witchcraft. Now this one is a pull-out page, and it just came out so beautiful. I love it. It's it actually has a spell on it to find a lost love, with different collaging on it and ribbon, and you can lift this and write a secret message underneath and over here, and there's a little label here. And then on the back, you have a pocket to put something in. Now, I already gave you here a couple of different pages to write on. And then just some snippets sort of that you can tear up and use somewhere else. So this one goes in the middle here. And so we're now in the second signature that starts off with this beautiful flowery paper on black, and so I thought it quite belonged in here. And we do have quite a lot of different colors, like red and purple and black, mostly, and some green, and some beautiful thready ribbon over here that I got from Anna. She's just starting to make her own journals as well, but she was a good customer of mine. And this one has a little charm on it, and this hanging black lace. It just is stunning. And then over here, we have a little black clip that holds Amara's parents' picture. Here is that same one with that little witchy hat on her. And then her husband also has a hat, so he might be a warlock of some sort. Now over here, and this is a background here that I printed from Salem Witch Trials. So she likes to do research on that and keeps anything that she finds on that as well. So let me just put this back here. And then over here we have just something from an illustration that she found in encyclopedia. And then here's Amara. She is relaxing, communing with nature, and just trying to get her auras in the right place and right color. And over here is just a tiny little, if I can even get it out, it's a tiny little pocket. It does have a little bit of a leaf that, you know, you can put them somewhere else, in a little bit of a bird. And then here I left this page a little bit more with just ribbon on it and a little bit of collaging here, and I put witchcraft on it. I just painted random black images and just kept that in there as well. And then over here I put Amara, and I also did some more leaf imprints, and then I did this with a little stick, a little branch, and just also drew some lines. So you can write this way, of course, any which way you would like. And over here we have Edith Holden, just because Amara loves anything that's flowers and botanical looking, so but with a little bit of that fabric on the bottom. And then over here a memo, you can inscribe a title or date and something about June. And over here this beautiful coffee stained lined paper. And here's another envelope. I did coffee stain and airmail envelope, and just put an authentic stamp on it that has elk or on it, just in the theme of everything here. And then this very scary, or not so scary looking spider that I printed from the graphics fairy, and put a little bit of thread on it and cheesecloth, and made a little booklet out of it. And in the back here is more leaf imprint here, and a little bit of my painting, and more flowers. And then over here I let me see, I made another notebook, and it has some of the rune symbols on it, and a collage on cotton, and then lots of papers inside. And here as well, some more, these came out really, really well, some more imprints of leaves. And then here as well, this beautiful botanical image. And then here we have an authentic postcard. It is like from 1920s or so, 1930s, and this beautiful writing on it. And it is of some kind of old rundown buildings or a castle that Amara would love to look at when she gets a chance to go visit. Any old abandoned buildings that she loves to look at. And over here I got red, just a little bit of contrasty with black and so on. And another article about the, well, some kind of Sabbath, I would say. So in the back you can always write on it. And maybe it goes with the rundown castle. And this beautiful leaf sewing on here. Then over here I gave you some lines by sewing, and then you can write in it, and a little bit more of leaf. This is just from a vintage book. And then bind weed. And yeah, so she keeps a lot of things about different flowers and herbs and so on. And more of the symbols here, and then a little bit of a see-through pocket here. And this is a letter that she received maybe from one of the other witches, and that came to her, and you can write on the back here. So it's just of the envelope part. And over here is this a middle again of the second signature, and we have this beautiful countryside depiction on this fabric, which is like a French vintage fabric. Very, very gorgeous with all the illustrations on it. And then in the middle, a little bit of a bead. And this is again from the Amy Joy Studios, print out in the middle. This is from the fortune teller that I used. And then just some papers that were coffee dyed, like a receipt and a guest check, and more of the botanical flowers and some of the information about them. Over here we have this little booklet. It is tied up, and then over here we have a little bit of a collage, and then inside is a leaf, is a treat that you can put somewhere else, and then over here just stamped up. You can write on it with a little bit of different things. And inside, as you open it up, is a notebook. So I did sew in it in a way that here you can write, and here you can write, and then in the middle is a pocket, and there is a beautiful flower on here on this stack, just so you can put it inside, and maybe, you know, write some sort of a secret message on this one and put it back in here. Okay, so this one, yeah, this one goes in here. Oh, and here there's a birdie as well that you can put somewhere else as well. So just put this back together. Okay, so that goes in this pocket, and in the back here is this the French. It was a sheet or maybe a pillowcase, I'm not sure, but I just love the red and white. The way it looks here with all the illustrations and this beautiful girl that could be Amara, holding on to a bird here, and the bird has come to her to say hello. And here is another pocket, and we have more RAM here. It's like a tag on this one, and then here a little bit more of paper, purple from my purple kit. And the graph paper in the back is rune symbols and more of the flowers. And here it says aura on it, and a little bit more very grungy looking paper that I coffee stained, love grungy, and an onion. I'm not sure what she's using the onion for. And this beautiful with some, looks like a little bit of heart shape, maybe upside down heart in the middle of this, and then a pocket. I did leave it for you to fill in, and then some more of the leaf imprint, and over here these ribbons as well on this green ribbon there, and then a pocket here with a tag inside, and everything has a little bit of ribbon or a little bit of some sort of collaging with paper as well as with fabrics and imprinting and painting. And this one has a stamp on it, very similar to these flowers actually on the other side, with flowers and a bit of paper for you to write on. And this is Amara, and this is on another fabric. It was completely white and I did coffee stain it, but it has this beautiful texture on it and some papers in here to write on. And this one has another little pentagram here, a little charm, and then a little bit of ribbon and lace collaging with a little envelope here, and just a little bit of extra space that I like to put in with some small things for a small message, and a leaf imprint on that one, and a bird over here. And then here I put more stamping with a branch. This is done with a little branch, and these as well, and this is just my pinky on here, and some more leaves. Yeah, with some black on the back, and another collage. This one too has a little tiny pocket with a couple of things that you might want to put somewhere else or leave it here. And then over here we have something about apparitions and witchcraft and so on, and the word coven, and this beautiful vintage lace over here. And of course in the back you can always write on it. And then this cute little black clip here, and it's holding just a bit of rose papers, and then a bit of a scene where witches or the coven might have got together and have a little fun on the beach, and then some writing paper inside, and also another map of Washington where Amara lives, and she likes to keep these things just for when she travels. Then she can look at the map and see how far she wants to go and so on. Okay, so this is the end here of the second signature, and here we have another one of these pullouts or floating pages, and this one I left it blank, so if you want to put a spell on this or write some of your own things on here, you can do so. And then in the back I give you more here pages to write on, and more of these to tear up and use somewhere else. So this is the end of second signature. So we start on the third signature. Let me just show you a little bit over here what it looks like. Very beautiful. And on the bottom as well. Let me see if I can show you as well. On the bottom. And so lots of things going on all around. Lots of texture and fabrics and so on. So this one, here is Amara again. As she is, she likes to wear pretty things. And here is another tag that you can write on, and this beautiful butterfly here. And then in the back here, more collaging. And then this is one of those harder cards. And this is maybe perhaps her grandmother, I would say. She looks a little bit, the photo looks a little bit older, and so it is authentic photograph. And maybe her name is Annie, because it's right, it says right here, Annie. And over here, we have a little bit more of the pentagram and the symbols that you can take out and look at, and for referral of what they each mean. And you can add more to the pocket. This one here as well has a tag on top also, with an elk horns on it. Okay, so lots of places where you can add things of your own. More collaging here. And then this beautiful purple stationery that I made. This is from my own DigiKit. And then this beautiful authentic card, which is beautiful on the back as well as in the front because it's black. And just a hint of a little bit of pink in the sky. But I just love it the way it was black and white, and the way it feels. Just a beautiful card. Over here, a little bit of a fabric sample, and just a little bit something on top. We have more spaces to write in, all coffee stained and painted and so on. And then I put lines over here with the little branch again. And then inside this pocket, we have a little journaling card. It says conjure on it, and this is from my DigiKit that I added. And then with collaging. And then some more stories of Salem witchcraft in here. And then in the back I did put a pocket, says magic and herbs. And then something about, you know, how to grow herbs here, and more about plants over here. This beautiful white, Amara loves purple and white. So there's quite a few actually white flowers, I don't know if you noticed, that I included here as well. And then more of a signs here. And here's another original stamp, vintage stamp. And a little bit of a card in here. It says Rose. And then this beautiful typography here with always collaging. I just can't stop. And anything that I cut up as far as fabrics go, I keep every little bit and use it somewhere. And this is a very vintage map with some fabric on it from a sari scarf. And something about apparitions, a little tiny world of spirits, a little tiny article. Over here, just space to write on, and a little bit of stamping with the owl. Over here is a pullout. And this one, well, it says here ritual. So it has some kind of symbols or something that might be used that Amara wants to use or uses in her spells and so on. And this one is actually removable. Like a sage, you might want to use it in some way. It says 7 because of circle of 7 on it. Then over here we have more paper to write on in a little envelope with a tiny bit of index card and just anything a little bit unusual that I could find that I put in here. That too. Over here is another white flower, very beautiful, and sewn onto this paper where Amara likes to use her math and different things, like when she does formulas and something to figure out, so she puts it on here. And then this one has this beautiful little beads ensemble here on the purple sari silk. And this is an actual authentic music sheet that somebody wrote on. It was, I believe, lessons of some sort, and then a little bit of paper for writing, and the sign here. And then in the middle of this signature, I did use a very kind of grungy material, cotton, a little bit rough actually, though I really did love it. And then I sewed on it all these symbols in a little bit bigger, larger than what I have throughout the book, but the symbols are throughout the book. So in the back I have cheesecloth, and then in the middle, of course, the Amy Joy creations, very beautiful. And in the middle, or inside this pocket, I have another notebook, and this one has this beautiful collage on it, and as well as this very, very patterny kind of lace on it. And then a notebook inside, and then as you turn it the other way, inside on the back, I did sew on this other fabric that I had, and then put in a little booklet that says ritual on it, and then I sewed on some lines for you. And as you open it up inside, you can see a notebook and a little bit of the tarot cards in there. So everything has a little bit of something unusual and different if you keep looking at it. Lots of extra spaces for you to write on. And then this one, it's a little floating pocket, and inside we have a receipt, very, very fragile. And then a guest check, and this beautiful collaged tag that I put one of the envelope papers in the back, just because it has such an interesting pattern on it. So that goes in this pocket. And as we head towards the end of this journal, more of the signs over here as well, on this vintage music paper. And then this one, this pocket here, has a whole letter that you can try and read. I did print it from the public library, New York Public Library, and it just says Salem, Massachusetts on the back here as well. So it was like an envelope in the back as well, on this very interesting, very soft newsprint type paper. Okay. And over here is the other side of those plants, and it's got the roots on it here, and a little bit of an odd image here, a little bit more lines and collaging, and more of a little envelope with just something on it. Sometimes I don't even know exactly what I'm up to, but I just know I'm doing something that I might use. This, I think, is because of the numbers that I use this coupon. The numbers might mean something to Amara. And then more stamping over here, and a vintage map, and a little witch over here. And in this pocket, Amara might keep more writing paper, and then just some reference things like these ants here, and on the back. And then this is printed on tracing paper. And over here is a white flower, and then I also sewed on this flower as well, which is a little bit, from the plastic flowers. And over here we have, it's really a pocket here, and then I left it open in the back, and then it just has some papers and some birds that maybe, if you want to, you can put somewhere else as well. This paper clip. And then inside here, okay, there we go. So over here, we have a couple of stamps that you might want to use somewhere. They are to do with berries and trees, so in the scheme of things, with the rest of the journal here, more trees, and a tree over here as well. And over here inside, I left it open in the middle so that, and I put this together, again, something that you can put in different places, or you know, wherever else you might want to. A little bit of leaves, a little bit of this beautiful stained and painted paper, and then a little bit of brown paper bag paper, a little bit of text, and so on. So just some different items that you might want to use somewhere else in the journal that you can tear off and use. And then over here, a little bit more of an article, and here I put this very red with different colors on it ribbon, and then I left you a pocket to fill in, and this one says light. And here we have an envelope, like a longish one with some botanical on it, and this one has quite a different notebook. Again, each notebook is a little bit unique. This one opens up in this way, and in the back also you can put a little bit picture or something else. So this one, as you close it up, it's a little bit more in purple. It actually says conjure on it, and it's just the way it falls together is a little bit unique on its own. And then over here as well, this is also a little bit sewn together here, another little notebook, and with some smaller papers and some sort of a secret text on here as well. So these two go into this envelope. Okay, and it fits right over here. And then over here, more collaging on here, a little spot for writing, put a date on it, and this one has purple on it, also from my DigiKit. It says ceremony on it, and you can write on the back. And so this is your last page here, which is a page that it has a double hinge on it, and so it has a notebook over here. And for my DigiKit, this one says cast, a journaling card, and over here, this is a white flower, like I mentioned, that Amara loves, and she's just keeping this near so that she can look at it, or maybe she might use it, or it's just one of her favorite flowers. A little bit more collaging here, and then over here we have circle of 7 Amara, and then inside this envelope are little tarot cards that I made from my old ancient tarot cards that I have, and a little bit of rune stones that I made from the paper cardboard. And then over here, well, this is my card that I include, and then this beautiful white cloth that I mentioned, fabric that I coffee stain, and then she might use that and to tell her fortune, or see what is going on in her witch world and with the rest of the coven, and then she's hoping for some good vibes with the runes as well. So this is Circle of 7 journal, and this one is the first journal I made for Amara, and then I'm working on another one that's for her friend witch Charlotte. So I will show you the mini journal. She does have a mojo bag that she's keeping, and I will show you this journal in just. So this journal has a little companion. It is a mini journal that that Amara keeps together with this bigger one, and has a little bag that it comes in, a little mojo bag. And then over here in the beginning, it does have botanicals for the cover, and on on this little keychain is little tiny keys, 3 keys on it. And it is closed with purple sari silk here. So inside here we have a little bit of some things. First of all, a little bit paper to write on, and then a little one that says Book of Shadows. This one just paying homage to the Book of Shadows. You can put it somewhere else in the book if you would like, or on the front if you'd like. You can use it anywhere else as you want. And then it does have a little bit more of the sari silk in there as well. And this beautiful little tree on it. And then some of the signs. And this one has one of those Tim Holtz numbers. It does have the number 7 on here with this beautiful red and black fabric here. In the back is a pocket. This one has a little image of a little peculiar looking lady on it. And then magic symbols. And as well a little tag that you can use. A little bit more paper on this one to write on, and then some images that I found in some vintage books. And this one has a pocket as well with a little more numbers on here. And then this collage that you can put, here if you wanted to. So lots of different things for you to discover and use. And this is from the Salem Witch Trials, and this is from that math page where she might be doing some formulas that she needs for her botany profession that she's in. And then a little bit more of the birds, and then some cabbage dyed paper. And this one has a little envelope here. I did leave this one empty so you can put something in this one. And the back, actually in the middle, is a map of Washington, and she might be making her way to wherever she's going for the reunion. And then here it says Salem right here, actually. Next page, we have another little envelope for you to put something in. And then I just put this keychain on it and tied ribbon on it that you might want to use somewhere else as well. And a bird here, a little bit more of the formula. Right here, that black ribbon that I also used on the closure on the big journal. A little bit more from the Witch Trials, and more papers here, and to write on in this little envelope. And we're almost done, I promise. I know this is a long one. And then in this pocket we also have some more paper and some of the text. You might want to put that somewhere, and then put this on top of it. Or you could even use this in different journals, who knows. And some more of the different images, and this pocket has more of the symbols, a whole little row of symbols that you could use somewhere, a little bit stamping and so on, just for some different things to use. And here's some more of this. This is digital print, but I did use some things that I was eco-dyeing with here. Some plants, and then some more of the symbols here. And here you have a bird that you could use somewhere else, and then little more piece of paper and a tag. And in the back is this beautiful leaf motif. And then this one I did stamp on this one here, and then in the back I left it empty. Maybe you can put your name on it, or whatever it is that you might want to do with it. So this is Circle of 7 Gothic Journal, and I will put this separate. And I appreciate you coming by again to see what's new on my channel. And hopefully you will check out this journal in the Etsy shop. Thank you again. It's Rosie from RoseByNameCo. Thank you. Bye-bye.